Greetings, salutations everyone, welcome back. We are playing some more Limbus Company today. It's been a little bit. If you missed it, we had a little break, a week break from streaming, and as such, it's been a week or so, maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks since our last Limbus Company stream. It might take a tiny bit to get back into it. So I've been doing my dailies except for the week we had off. So you know, the current Banu, I don't think I have any interest in pulling Dimension Shradui-san and the target extraction for Radian. So, you know, we'll wait for another Banu. We do have Canto 6 to continue. I don't remember. No, I remember some of the details as to what was happening when we left off, but I don't remember precisely where we left off. I'm sure I will get it. I know we were talking to Linton about the lightning strikes and stuff. We'll get back into it. I don't know how far we will get, if we were going to be finishing it today now or what. We'll see, I think. We shall see. We fought Hindley last time, and we fought Heathcliff twice. Okay. Who is attacking? Wait, no, I mean, who's Grago attacking here? I can't remember. You're going to fight us? In your state? If you seek to disturb this experiment, then it falls to me to stop you. What are you even looking to gain from this by going this far? The same thing as always. I love Catherine, so I shall do as she wills me to, so that I may enter her room. I do not wish to become a master of it. I merely wish that she would let me in. I wish that the sight of an opened door, that little gesture, would be more than enough. The thunder of every lightning that struck the Manu was the sound of her breaking out. What? With every outbreak of the lightning strike, the pain, the bereavement, the shock, how all manifest as lightning and darkness. Wow, wait. Thus, the lightning only indicates that the person in question was so important to her. Heathcliff, I think Nali was right. Catherine's still alive. It wasn't exact science or anything like that, but I've been feeling that gaze coming from somewhere within the manor. Oh no, wait. If she's still alive, does that mean Linton did something to her? Or did she do whatever it is to herself? Or some external force? Not an aggressive gaze, no. But it was certainly stubborn and lingering. same team as last time. Maybe we'll switch the team up at some point. But I have been enjoying my Burner team. Though, technically I do want to keep whatever team I have as one with Heathcliff on it, just for it to hit better. With the theme, the story.
한눈 팔았으면 되져야지. 심장을 노려.
And I don't have well, technically 6 characters. I could cut Otis from my arena team and put Heathcliff on that. Doesn't work terribly, but could work better. Are these the last enemies? Nope. Wait 1 second. Never mind. We will do this. Sometimes I save this move or turn. That's what I was considering. Oh, now it says how many enemies. I should have saved it to turn. I should have saved it.
날 신경 쓰는 것보다 자네 생각하는 게 좋을 걸. 제일 중요한 걸로 줘 그러다.
완벽한 한 발을 위해 망설이지 말고. 나쁘진 않았습니다.
이렇게들 허약해서야. 새벽녘. 이렇게들 허약해서야. 자네 많이 지쳐.
제가 보태죠. 안심해라. 고통은 없어. 전부 펼쳐낸 나비처럼.
I have actually grown to really like the way Dana's Faust's abilities look.
이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
아무도 남지 않았군.
So there isn't anyone left.
난
I won't last much longer.
이렇게 태어나.
This is how I was born. How I've lived my entire life.
그래. 알고 있으면 이제 순수.
Yeah, glad you know that. So why don't you
모든 죄를 인정하고
what? Admit my sins and
하라는 건가?
surrender? Why would any of that ever matter
내게 무슨
to me?
있다고 생각?
Linton looks up with a lighter expression as though a burden has been lifted from his shoulders.
나는
This is
아마도
as far as I will go. Then with the gentlest voice he begins speaking to someone? His voice was overflowing with intense fervor affection.
항상 말해왔던 것처럼
As I have always told you, I have no regrets.
그저
I merely
우리가
think that
같은 속도로 걷고
we
있다는
were
것이
both
아니라고
walking in different paces,
생각. 당신이 항상 더
and
빨리
you
생각하지.
always happened to walk ahead of me.
그래도 난 당신의 뒷모습을
Yet,
보는 것조차
even a sight of you from
벅차오르고
behind
좋더군.
summoned butterflies in my stomach.
주치의에 마땅한 조치가 취해지지 않는다.
This man will die without immediate and appropriate medical attention from a professional doctor. He is extremely weakened.
그럼에도
Still,
계속
Catherine, I wish you would.
아주 조금이라도
I wish my death would bring you even a trace of sorrow.
내가 린슨이라는 아이와 처음으로 눈이 마주치기 전부터
I need to actually save what I've been doing for the... I never save it. I always set this up all over again. How's this? Even before... Let's go. Even before I first laid my eyes upon that child, Linton,
그 애는 나를 지켜보고 있었지.
he was watching me,
한참을 내
unable to look away even for a moment.
그 아이는 부자인데
That child is wealthy. He looks like the Prince Charming from fairy tales of my childhood.
그리고 나를 정말 좋아해.
And he loves me so much.
이것 봐. 나를
See?
볼 때마다
His eyes glimmer like the very stars of the night sky. With every second he lays them upon me.
나는 나를 사랑하는 린튼을 사랑해.
I love Linton, who loves me.
오직 나를 위해서만 반짝이는 그
His eyes that twinkle for no one else but me.
오직 나를 위해서만
His
흩날리는
flaxen
청순한
locks
머릿결을
that flow for no one else but me.
오직 나를 위해서만
His radiant
웃어주는
smile
빛나는
that
웃음.
flashes for no one else but me.
오직 나를 통해서만 행복해하는
Linton,
린튼을.
who finds happiness through nothing else but me. When light returned to the Manu, when I could finally see again, there stood Linton, wearing the brightest, happiest smile I had ever seen. The machines of the laboratory were linked to his body.
들었는가? 마침내 벼락이
These
쳤어.
machines are linked to him, that's not good. Did you hear the thunder?
나로 인해
Catherine
캐슬이 아파한 거야.
weeps for me. Oh, Catherine. Linton musters every strength in his body and reaches out toward Catherine's coffin.
잠깐, 지금 너
Wait, what are you?
그러니 이제
So now is the right moment to
멈춰!
stop. I thought I saw tears of joy rolling down his cheeks, but is he plugging himself into the machine? Wait, is that a lever? They were his flesh beginning to melt off his face. They're not tears. Ooh, okay, that is kinda creepy actually.
나를 그대 방 안으로 데려가 줄 수 없어도 괜찮아.
Even if you will not permit me into your chambers, it's alright.
그대를 기다리며
Oh,
그 벽 속에 갇혀 있겠어.
no. Oh, I didn't really want to see that. I will await you in its walls forevermore.
언젠가에 순수했던 인간을 만드는 방법은 단순했네.
I feel like I had a voice for this named character before, but I can't remember it as well. To bring forth the pure form of humanity that once existed was quite the simple task.
요리에는 죽었다 깨어나도 소질이 없었던 자네는 모르겠지만 이상.
You never had any talent in the culinary arts, Yi-san, so you wouldn't understand.
어떤 불순물도
Any kind of
섞이지 않은
identity
반죽이
could
존재한다면
safely and securely
어떤
be
인격이
applied to it,
묻혀있던
as long
안전하게
as the
적힐 수
dough
있지.
is in its purest form.
린튼 씨가 어떻게 된 거예요?
What happened to Linton?
보이지 않는가?
Can't
불순물
you
없는
see?
완벽한
He's become a
반죽이 된
dough,
거지.
a batter, a pure bean free of drugs,
그 무엇과
so that
섞여내더라도
it would
최선의
always
결과물을
yield
나올 수
the
있을
finest results, regardless of what other ingredients you mix into it.
고작 저런 살덩어리를
You call that massive flesh human?
아니요. 새로운
No.
인간을 만드는 것은
Creation of a new human is but a stepping stone in that process.
최후의 목적은
The ultimate goal must be to go even further beyond
예전에
that.
있었을
Though
최초의 인간이
they seek to reach the very origin, the primordial human.
저들에게 단지 과정이죠.
This is but a part of that process, merely an experiment along the way.
오,
Oh,
여기 멀쩡히
consider
살아있는
yourself
연만이
fortunate
나밖에 없는 걸.
that there aren't
다행으로
any
여기겠어.
other surviving researchers here other than myself.
이 말을
If director
이사
hu-
같은 윗분들이 듣기라도 했다면
if
어떻게든
director
자네를
human or
잡아낼
any
수
of the
있었을
other higher ups heard what you said, I'm sure they would be pulling all kinds of strings to take you in. I'm sure they would. Mother, damn it, I knew that woman would be
만들어진 저
the dough. The being you refer to as a human.
저 존재.
I presume that one
그건
could apply any identity from any possibility, no matter how distant and irrelevant the world to that being.
그래.
That makes
누구보다
sense.
이상 자네가
Unfortunately.
기뻐할 거라고 생각했어.
You see, son, I knew that you would be most overjoyed to hear of this breakthrough.
우리는 거울 기술의 최극단에
This
있는
is the
지점에 도달했으니
apex of what the mirror technology is capable of.
이제 남은 건
Now,
그 너머를
all we
향한
have left
마지막
to do
발악이지.
is to leap from that apex to soar beyond its limits.
저택에는 황금가지가 하나 더 존재한다고 파악하고 있습니다.
He's turned into goo. From what we know, there is another golden bow located inside the manor.
이 반죽이라고
This
지칭하는 것은
dough is part of an
막대한
experiment that
에너지를
can be
끌어모아야만 시도될 수
conducted
있는 실험.
only with a preposterous magnitude of energy output.
에너지를 모으기 위한
So the golden
황금가지.
bow to accumulate that much energy
이 저택의 꼭대기에 있는
must be
것이군요.
located on the rooftop of this manor. Is it related to the lightning strikes at least? No, this isn't D&D, Adam. We can't do D&D every single day, unfortunately.
맞아. 이 저택 주변에
Correct.
무지개에 내리치는
The
벼락은
golden bow acts as a lightning rod, draws the merciless strikes of lightning, then harnesses it into a foam of energy for itself. Your breath of knowledge is starting to get unsettling.
자, 모든 준비는
Well,
끝났으니
now that everything is in order, I must really make my exit.
어딜 가시려고? 이번에야말로 네 놈을
Not
잡아서
so
어머니의
fast,
계획과
I'll get
관련된
you
정보들을
and find out everything you know about what my mother is planning.
부디 나를 잡으려는 불필요한 시간 낭비는 서로 하지 않았으면
Please,
좋겠어.
let us not waste each other's time by playing this pointless game of cat and mouse. We rarely end up even fighting the people from this organization, do we? Have we fought any of them?
이토록 희부연 연기가 온 사방을
Yes, I think we did.
헤어짐을 하기에 더할 나위
But
없이 멋지지
it's
않을까?
very rare that despite the antagonistic nature that we actually get in a fight, I think. Oh. I think that sounds right. You haven't besides Chromio and you won't until and lose Canto. Oh, I was thinking we'd fought. And you won't until... Alright. Yeah. I can't remember if I read this line. When the perfected identity is applied over a dough, one such opaque, murky mist emerges. What a picturesque moment! Most apt to bid you all farewell, is it not?
헤르만
Direct you, human son. Was
연기
it?
전쟁에 참여했다지.
And I hear that you are a veteran of the smoke war.
좀
Then perhaps this may be a familiar sight to you, if a tad different in a few places.
그리고
And ye, son, my dear fellow,
살아남으시게.
live
그래야
so that I
내가
may have
그나마
to look
기다려줄
forward to in the time I have left. That's an interesting way to word it. In the time I have left, does he know how much time he has left?
확실한 승리였어요. 돌아가면 저번처럼 홈파티라도 할까요?
The Wild Hunt. I've heard the Wild Hunt mentioned
파우스트가
before.
나서봤습니다. 완벽한 상태의 인격?
Oh, perhaps that was revealed to him through a mirror world. That's an interesting idea. A perfected identity?
누구를 말하는 걸까요?
Who is he talking about?
마침내 다시 올 테죠.
He's coming back.
모든 준비를
Heathcliff now fully primed.
그래, 내가 다시 돌아왔다.
That's interesting. Wait. Says this is Heathcliff question mark. And the faction is a distant world? Yes, I have fully returned.
존재 자체로도 죄가 되어버린 내가 우리를 끝장내기
The
위해
voice sounds different than normal Heathcliff. I whose existence itself has become a sin. Can't wait for abiotic. I do not know yet when or what Monday I'll be available. Just so you know, Adam. You.
저 피로 먹을 놈이 저
Ooh, she has recognition. You accursed beast and a infernal demon. You finally come to take our Manu, have you? Mistress, I shall not let that interloper who dared to stain the honor of our Manu. Oh, I mean, Adam, if I'm available this Monday, I will be there. But that's an if. I cannot tell you at this moment whether I'll be available on Monday. And don't wait for me if I'm not. Every wuthering height, that's the end of all things, and every world that eventually became mine. This is not the same Heathcliff that looked like this that we fought before. I don't think. We fought a Heathcliff that looked at least something like this. I don't think it's the same one. Every single Hindley and Linton suffered was pathetic and writhing. And that shall be an immutable truth for all eternity to come. Thus, Josephine, it is only right that you are mine as well. You are bound to heed my commands. Oh, you can see blood dribbling out of your mouth. Mistress, this vagabond, he's... I tire of your ramblings, of your mistress. She is nothing but a rotting corpse, her flesh decayed and bones desiccated. He seems dangerous. Yes, he seems to be a bit grouchy. Not the most friendly. Josephine fell limp and motionless in Heathcliff's grasp. Ah, Josephine! Hindley, Linton, all of you pitiful souls tangled and fettered to this accursed destiny in every world. I have seen you far too many times in far too many worlds. I shall take you away from here. You pitiful souls who remain bound to wuthering heights, even in death. What is going on? Oh no. Oh no, oh no. The husks of dead Pakatula, Linton's, Hindley's, Josephine's, all began to materialize and rise. They begin to form a procession. This doesn't seem good, if I'm honest. This seems bad, if I'm honest. It looks like some memorial procession. I'm assured this is just a tradition in Teacope that they do after a funeral, and this is perfectly normal, nothing bad is happening. The countless bodies, husks, the wailing Athenas in their wake. Allah joined them out. Look! Oh no! I wondered if when it said Hindley, if it meant this sort of Hindley. You know, we fought one of those at once. Fighting that Hindley and everything else at the same time could be just a tiny bit rough. Also, is that Linton? Uncoupled. Oh no. Thus approaches the final chapter of this tale. The other Heathcliff stands on the vanguard of the march and lifts Catherine's coffin onto his back. Oh, he's taking it! You can't do that to Catherine! Fine. I suppose we could play a game. It has been a while, hasn't it? Remember, we used to play games with Catherine on the rooftop of this Manu. Why not reminisce upon that sweet memory?
함께하고 싶다면 날 있는 힘껏
If you wish to join us, pursue me. Pursue me and rise through the steel wall until your strength fails, Heathcliff. This is Yuri, by the way. Oh! There was a little confusion for a second there. Oh wait. Now I'm still confused. I thought I alright. Sure. I will take your word for it. Heathcliff takes a step forward to seize him, but the endless mouth stands in his way.
하지만 그렇게 호락호락 넘어오게 해선 안 되지.
Oh, but it will not be that easy. No, should it be? Your heart toward Catherine shan't be realized so painlessly. You must suffer more. Let desperation consume you. Become frenzied in your pursuit. The rooftop. Indeed, the roof houses the golden bow. When the two golden bows come into physical contact with one another, they...
어떤 일이 벌어질지 오만 가지 상상이
I can think of 1,000 different outcomes.
캐서린을 데려가서 어떻게 할 속셈인지 몰라.
I don't know what he's planning to do with Catherine, but we have to stop him. We have to.
앞으로도 뒤로.
Our retreat's been cut off. No way forward, no way back. Oh, they... Hindley, Linton, and Josephine from other worlds? They appear to be imperfect identities, summoned from worlds chosen at random. It is the fate that awaits all those who become thralls to that Heathcliff. Interesting. A phenomenon in which a mirror world entity wreaks havoc across the dimensions in pursuit of every Heathcliff. In other worlds, the wild hunt. Like the nocturnal march of 100 demons. So there's no end to them. Wait, that was... that was Dante. So there's no end to them. He is the conduit that has brought them all to this world. He leads this army at its vanguard as its... Oh no. Ulkonig. I don't know if that's how you say it. Oh, the Ulkin. This army will never stop until the Ulkin's orders are withdrawn. A brutal tempest descends. Oh, look at that picture. Okay, so there's nothing that special about them yet. At least. No, nothing that special yet. I thought there was a chance there might be.
여명의 빛과 같이.
낙인을 새겨드리죠.
일발장전.
맞는 타랐으면 되져야지. 심장을 노려.
설령 노감이라 추락하더라도 괜찮으니
Ooh, nice. We got
쉽지 않도록
volatile ego state.
타밀어라.
How much sanity? Okay, that's enough sanity to use that.
자신 있으면 받아봐. 나쁘진 않습니다.
나갈 수 없어.
Also, I've gotten a bit further in reading it through Don Quixote. I'm hoping to finish it off before we get to Canto 7. Where are we at? Okay, never mind. Not enough stacks.
여명의 빛과 같이
나비가 날개짓하듯. 나쁘진 않았습니다.
How is Don Quixote? What's your favorite book used by Limbus? Okay.
새벽녘
So it depends on whether we're saying so how as in of the stories I've read or of the story that I've also played through that Limbus have. It's there's also some metric of like a time investment to enjoyment thing, but I'll say of what I've read, okay, it's been years since I've read it, but I really liked the Odyssey years ago when I read it, but it really has been a significant amount of time since I read that one. Of the others,
완벽한 한 발을 위해
I actually do rate Don Quixote really highly, but at the same time, I think Don Quixote is one of the ones that is one of the least gripping of them, in that it's a very long story, and I enjoy reading it through a good section of it, but I just don't feel gripped in a way where I feel like picking it back up again later to get further into it. But I really enjoy it when I do read it. I do think that the stories of Holoscreen and Holoscreen, The Stranger, and Metamorphosis,
돌아가면
all of those are
될까요?
on the short side of things and enjoyable, but I don't rate them as enjoyable as Don Quixote or the Odyssey. Actually, let me, while I'm still on the screen, look at the sinners. I'm going to say, even though I really like the character of Faust, I didn't enjoy the story that much. I enjoyed it. It just was not my favorite. Any others while I'm on this page?
이번 전투
And I've mentioned before that Moby Dick, not my favorite story. Not terrible, but not my favorite. In fact, it's of the stories of the Sinu, Moby Dick might be my least favorite of the ones I've read. It's not bad. Do you like the Count of Monte Cristo? I do. I was actually kind of hoping there would be a character in this based on it, given that there are characters based on other works of classical literature. But I think I've realized the reason they didn't base a character off of the Count of Monte Cristo in this. And I think the reason they didn't base a character, possibly multiple reasons, but I think one of the main reasons for them not to base a character on the Count of Monte Cristo is they already have multiple characters with some kind of revenge-esque theming to them between Ishmael, Heathcliff, and Otis. We have like at least 3 characters with some kind of revenge theming. So, yeah. Heathcliff was heavily wounded. It looked as though he could hardly stand, let alone wield a weapon. Fuck! The club clattered to the floor and rolled away as the last vestiges of strength left him. Things aren't looking good. When I left this man, by my own volition, I had promised to myself that I would return a changed man, so that I could at least stand before Catherine, so that she won't be embarrassed of me. But look at me. I couldn't protect her, and then I can't even get nearer to her or hold my weapons proper. Like an idiot. Heathcliff. I know that I don't. I know that I don't have anything to show for in my life. I ain't educated, I've got a short few. So I didn't talk about it. I liked Wuthering Heights quite a bit. Yeah, Wuthering Heights was a very good one. I don't know where exactly I rated it. I don't think I like it as much as the Odyssey or as Don Quixote. Tell me, Clockhead. No. Manager. This endless, overwhelming flood. Is this what it's like to face my sins? Was my life so wretched that I deserve to suffer this endless swarm of sins? That can't be true. I wanted to believe that it can't be true. That with the will and the determination to forge on, the mist that once seemed impenetrable will one day part, and we will see the light to the end of the tunnel. That every struggle he endured, every lesson he's learned in this journey couldn't have been for nothing. So please don't doubt the path I'm showing you. But there's more of them. They number greater than the last. But when I've led you into such absolute darkness, without even a hint of light, what should I... When even I'm starting to feel lost, what should I do? Ah. Pacatula. Pigritai. Why does it say question mark at the end? It feels like it's trying to trick me, putting a question mark and then... Oh, there's a veiled dad rabbit's huntsman in the very back. In times like these, you'd need a guide.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시게.
일발장전.
Oh, they're larger than normal, yeah. They did seem to take up more space on the battlefields than I'm used to. Okay, I won't lie, I have heard that at some point in this Canto, Virgilius is actually going to do something. And I've been wondering when this entire Canto.
완벽한 함정을 위해.
나비가 날개짓하듯.
I'm still curious about what exactly is going on in Virgil's contract.
사냥 끝. 모조리 해체해줄게.
선배를, 스승님을 행복하게 할 수 있다면 이 끝에서
Come on, you've got to gain some sanity, Magical Bullet.
그 어떤 두려움도 저를 도망치게 할 수 없을 거예요.
Okay, well, help Magical Bullet out. She just wants to attack my her teammate so much she is refusing to gain some sanity.
칼날 사출.
망설이지 말고.
실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
새벽녘.
알아. 오느라 힘들었지? 여기서 잠깐 쉬어. 쳐다만 봐도 따스해질 테니까.
Ooh, I don't think things are looking good for that. Oh, but there's another wave. Okay.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시게.
Did she just shoot one of your teammates? She's been wanting to do that. One more wave. I was. We're not going to lose all the Eye of Precognition stacks, unfortunately. I was like, are we getting that? Nope. Nope.
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
심장을 노려!
Oh, here we go. This looks like a good round. We should be dealing some nice damage here. Actually, why don't we? Actually, how many bullets are you at?
소준 중입니다.
2.
시속하게
That's fine.
용건을.
How many? 19 light of daybreak? Okay, that's not enough.
제일 중요한 걸로 적으로다.
자신 있으면 받아봐.
나를
Blazing strike.
꺼지지 않도록 거세게 휘몰아쳐라.
Oh, that was actually kind of wimpy blazing strike.
사냥 끝. 모조리 해체. 심장을 노려.
내 탄원이 향하는 곳은 언제나 같다. 필연적으로 조금의 우연도 없이.
당신과 한없이 닮은
자네 많이 지쳤군.
Okay. Wait. Where is he?
소준 중입니다.
No.
시속하게 용건을.
Come on. You.
저에게도
Let me
무언가에 맞설 용기를.
select him behind you.
소준 중입니다. 시속하게 용건을.
저에게도 무언가에
Trying to select.
저에게도 무언가에 맞설 용기를. 저에게도
Drago.
무언가에 맞설
Oh,
용기를.
if I can just see how many stacks he's at.
소준 중입니다. 시속하게 용건을.
I feel like today, even before the stream, I've been having extra trouble selecting a there.
날 신경 쓰는 것보다
25. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you, game.
제일 중요한 걸로
Thank you.
적으로다.
Was that so hard?
이 궤적을 보고
망설이게 나아갈 수 없어.
격발.
재현을
심장을 노려. 반응형 사출. 전부 조각내보자.
I feel like I sometimes get lucky and end up
이렇게들 허약해서
only needing to select characters that are in easy to select position. But that Grago there, he was hiding from me.
확실한 승리였어요. 돌아가면 저번처럼 홈파티라도 할까요?
Wild Hunt 3. part of me wants to switch to another team, but I don't have another good team with Heathcliff. Well, wait, I do have.
최선을 다할게요.
Well, I'll stick to this team. The reason I'd want to switch to another team isn't like power level related, but just like keep it interesting with back-to-back combat.
자신 있으면 받아봐.
당신과 한없이 닮은 것도 할 수 있도록.
자네 많이 지쳤군.
일발장전.
심장을 노려!
Let's see. Yeah.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
And I have to select. I like keeping track of the Dan office, the new Dan office security number of stacks of the unique team they get. That is Light of Daybreak and Butterfly Captain stacks.
설령 노간이라 추락하더라도 괜찮으니.
Like she's got 22.
이 노을이 식지 않다.
And he's
나를
got.
신경 쓰는
Oh.
것보다
타올라라.
자네 생각하는 게 좋을걸? 제일 중요한 걸 놓쳐 그러다.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시게.
한눈 팔았으면 되져야지. 심장을 노려!
기수는 안 통할 거다.
나를 비추는 주홍빛이 꺼지지 않도록 거세게 휘몰아쳐라.
Okay. Okay, sanity is looking decent. I need to remember, I still haven't used a magic bullet that much. I need to okay, 25 sanity to use it. I will not use it yet.
칼날 사출.
I think it was this week also that I got around to, well, I say got around to, but I got enough thread to whatever the version of Aptine is for egos, for magic bullets. A bit. I still have one more tier to go. I also uptied here to the last tier.
자신 있으면 받아봐. 심장을 노려! 전부 펼쳐내. 나비처럼.
역시 우리 사무소의 자랑이야.
망설이지 말고.
실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
They've recently begun to receive Appetite 5. I've seen that. I don't know which egos have that.
새벽녘. 전에
I don't know whether it's relevant for any of mine. I feel like Magic Bullet Otis is like arrogant or something and likes to handicap my team, like, and she's like, oh, we're so good, we can win this, we've got this in the bag, so I'm going to shoot you in the face so that you're a little weaker. All of them as of this update, I think. Oh, like the current updates that we're currently on, or as in the next update.
여명의 빛과 같이.
실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
역할대로.
사냥 끝. 모조리 해체해줄 심장.
역할대로.
심장을 노려.
이렇게들 허약해서야.
Ooh. Let's go there. Because wait, I do have at least a fourth match. I'm
완벽한 한 발을 위해.
the current one, and the fourth match Flame Egos have received an Appetite 5. The ones that have them are Ryoshui-san, Radia. Ooh. I only have one of those, I think.
확실한 승리였어요. 돌아가면 저번처럼 홈파티라도 할까요?
Ooh, wait, what? Oh. So, like, for instance... Wait. Spin chains. Oh, so it, like, takes twice as much? Oh, it takes a lot. Wait. Passive upgraded. Oh, it seems like a pretty big upgrade. 1 second. Let's see this really quick. If Wrath A Resonance was activated, inflict 1 Wrath Fragility on the main target and Clash win. After defeating an enemy that has Burn, heal Wrath Resonance %. Wait, how does that count? Okay. Yeah, you can use everybody's shout. Deal plus 5% damage for every highest resonance. Max 30%. Gain 1 Wrath power up, 1 Wrath damage up next turn. That seems good. I might want to do that at some point. Not sure if I want to do it now. And let me double check. I do not have Ryoshu's. Oh, ye sons. Though I wouldn't be against getting either of them. Not now, but just if I take a look at them really quick. Oh, they're not standard. I thought they were standard, really? Okay, season 1 Ryoshu's. We can look at level 5. Ooh. The difference between the 5th and the 4th does seem significant. Let me see this really quick. Yeah. I think I do want these at some point. Oh. But for Yisana, my priority is to get Lyra Association Yisana first. No, not every box. Oh no! It's forcing me to use my powerful Heathcliff.
탄피가 떨어질 때군요.
I'm sad it makes me use that. So sad. But part of me is thinking about it, and I do think so. Saint Shrine Desire here, I have more for my Rena team than my Burner team here. Into the Sunset and Photomatch Flame are kind of more for my Burner team here. Photomatch Flame, in general, I feel like its effects here aren't as good as that one, but the upgraded passive of it, the Uptime 5 passive of Photomatch Flame seems a lot more relevant than the Uptime than this passive, because this passive cures about last. Well, it's a Wrath or a Lust skill, but the problem is that she only has the one Wrath skill, so and no Lust skills. So Into the Sunset doesn't actually do much. It's passive as I'd like.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
심장을 노려!
Also, as far as the Ryoshu one goes, even though we aren't currently using Ryoshu on my Burner team, I use her on my Burner team in Mirror Dungeon. She's basically in a slot 7 of my Burner team, so
설령 노가내려 추락하더라도 괜찮으니
Yeah.
이 노을이 식지 않도록 더 뜨겁게 타올라라.
완벽한 한방.
다음. 나비가 날개짓 하듯.
Can I check something? You in the back. Linton of the Wild Hunt. That's interesting. They've put some like dots and some ellipses in the names of his abilities. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of, I think, was it like the mermaids had some weird abilities going on? Greetings, I not sure how to pronounce your name, but welcome. Oh, is that how the dead rabbit's skin is?
칼날 사출.
역할대로
일발장전.
사냥 끝. 모조리 해체해줄게.
Well, the Linton's gone. I mean, I suppose it shouldn't be a surprise when Linton dies easily. He's not exactly the most sturdy individual. Just because we were looking at it earlier, I want to see a photo match flame, but my not appetite version. Let's do it.
망설이지 말고 망설이면
Gone and forgotten. Never mind, we're not seeing it. Oh wait, maybe we are. Ooh, look at this thing. Look at this. Pacatulum. Ire? Wait, did the thing happen? Probably not. Look at this. I like the design of this thing. I don't think I've seen it in a mirror dungeon. Will I see it in a mirror dungeon later on? I like its design. Oh, it does burn too. Hey. You know, okay. Quick sidetrack. It has like one eye, so that's reminded me of this. I cannot wait until we get to Otis's chapter. I want to see what Project Moon's version of a Cyclops is. I want to see what their nightmarish, horrifying version of a Cyclops is. You will see it in a mirror dungeon and other bigger versions later in the story. Ooh. actually, Grago, where are you? You're at 18, okay. We actually know what the Cyclops might be. It's a mirror dungeon event, and it's a hospital employee. Ooh. Interesting.
여명의 빛과 같이.
반응형 사출. 전부 조각내기죠.
Never pick the bottom option on the mirror dungeon
역시
event.
우리
Good
사무소의
to know.
자랑이야.
Hopefully I remember.
뜨거운 불꽃이 마음을 녹일 수 있다면
Top gift is better. Good to know.
거의 다
I'll be honest, sometimes I just avoid mirror dungeon events because sometimes I'm just like on a complete autopilot through. Did you shoot us in the face again, Otis? Sometimes I'm on autopilot through a mirror dungeon while I do like a multitask in a mirror dungeon, and when I'm doing that, events take more thought process than just I often win right to mirror dungeons. I know I don't do it when I'm doing, except I don't usually win right bosses.
완벽한 한 발을 위해. 하지 말고.
I am mildly obsessed with occurrences, especially the unique ones into Valor theme packs. Okay, I found out that there's a really good one for one of my team, but I don't think I can get it anymore because at least I can no longer. While we had a certain arena event, I was getting this arena flow at the end. We have Hindley, Linton, and Josephine, and Hindley again. During a certain event, I was consistently getting a certain flow of the mirror dungeon as my last flow every time. It was like arena focused flow, and I only found out later that there's certain gifts you can get from that flow that fuse into a really good one into 102 different really good tier 4 arena specific ego gifts.
칼날 사출.
It's still available, but you need to spend a bit of Stau glitter to search for it specifically. Oh. Huh. Wait, I didn't know you could. I must have. There's so much to mirror dungeons.
오느라 힘들었지?
Didn't. I must have. I use the refresh button when I'm choosing flows all the time. I didn't know you could
이제 같은
search.
수는 안 통할 거다.
Sometimes I spam through my refreshes when I'm looking for something, but
자네 많이 지쳤군.
제가 보태죠. 나쁘진 않았습니다.
there's a search button on the top left, then you click on the icon that replaces the magnifying glass that shows you Ooh, that's actually massive. What sort of amount of Staug do you have to spend for that? If you do solo with Thamradion, I've thought about Thamradion is really cool. We're going to activate a brilliant glory. I maybe should have activated it earlier in the fight. 20. Okay.
자신 있으면 받아봐.
I've been I think I mentioned this already, but I've been using a website called Great Limbus Library, a paramount lately, and I find it so useful for it. Well, multiple of its functions, but one of them is just looking it through like ego gifts and ego gift fusion on it. Instead of what I was doing before of just stumbling it through and sometimes spamming some fusion things together. It actually has a pretty good way to look at what you can fuse. Okay. I am a little concerned about this 3 out of question mark waves. I'll admit it. Let's Gregor, you get in there.
칼날 사출. 전부 펼쳐낸 나비처럼.
이렇게들 허약해서야.
Ooh, Linton's not looking like he's in very good shape. There may be another round though, so I'm going to use representation limit to get some sanity back. Most specifically, I'd like to be able to use Into the Sunset some more. But Linton's very dead.
여명의 빛과 같이.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
Linton died from math formula. Woo! 3 of them. Okay. Why not?
날 신경 쓰는 것보다
Man and scabbard
자네
stacks
생각하는 게
40.
좋을
That's max.
제일 중요한
I
걸로 줘
think
그러다.
I will double check. Oh yes, yes. Zoom by the details. Thanks. That's very readable. At 40 stacks. Yes. Okay. Congrats, Gregor. You're using that. Hope that's what you wanted to do, Gregor. What do I need? This is a completely reasonable and fair fight. Oh, definitely. I'm actually going to have him do that because I need the last.
이 궤적을 보고 더
See, the problem with this team is it
나를 비추는 중
doesn't
꺼지지 않도록.
generate enough lust resources for certain things.
잘했습니다. 보충하죠.
이 검은, 이 명예는, 이 영광은
Go, Grago! Show them what you can do.
않을 테니.
훤히 다 보여. 반응형 사출. 전부 조각내기죠.
Well, I admit I have this string gained a healthy respect of the wild hunt. Oh! What's going on?
길이 보이지 않을 때 어디로 어떻게 나?
That's Virgil. I think.
그래서 길잡이가 있는 겁니다. 단테.
The guide shall show you the way, Dante. Virgilius.
뭐야? 혹시 나 혼자
Oh,
보는 거 아니지?
am I seeing things? Guys, is it just me or is that... He had like a... It looked like he had a short sword or something to me. Like an orange short sword. It was that very... And he like one shot killed that thing. Potent. It was that very same Virgilius, who's never once seemed to care about what's happened to us, who never once took part in our journey. Yeah! Wading through the wild hunt into the basement. Why? Virgilius, most illustrious Kalu! My deepest apologies, for mine alertness is not as keen as it oft is. Could this be a dream? Is it truly thee? May I pinch thy cheek to ascertain my suspicion? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don Quixote, he'll kill you.
아직까지 살만한가 보군. 헛소리를 나불거릴 여유도 있고.
Sounds like you've got enough energy to flap your gums. Oh, what biting words! Forsooth, our very own Canto has arrived indeed. Wait. Has anything changed? Do we just have more enemies now? Wait, we have shields?
걸리적거리니까 비켜.
We have shields?
전쟁도 안 겪어본 것들은
Stage where readers win rate and win rate is real. We have shields. Well, I need to heal and get some sanity. Maybe. Where is he? Oh, there he is! Oh! Oh. Heated puncture. Unobservable. Scorching incision. Unobservable. Following the flow. Unobservable. I shall open the path. Unobservable. Silence. Unobservable. Question mark, question mark, question mark, unobservable. You know, I like the abilities, the facts of this one more than the others. That was weird. OBS disconnected for a couple of seconds there. Which might have distracted me. I don't know if I missed Virgil doing anything.
오늘아 힘들었지? 여기서 잠깐 쉬어. 쳐다만 봐도 따스해질 테니까.
We'll see if he beats the fraud allegations.
실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
Let's see him. Kill these things. Oh, there he is. He is using... We still don't know anything. What's your passives? Ooh, inflict super thermogenesis. Unhit with a gladius. Take fixed damage based on the stack and lose this effect. Inflict bind. All allies, including this unit, gain shielded every turn. It's a blood barrier. Ooh. Eyes of a friend who. The rat gaze becomes available. Win. Generates main based on aspiration of the rat gaze. Main consumes SP to generate main. Deals more damage based on the number of main. No, I don't know. I bother reading them. It's not like he'll let me choose it. Attacks. He's too cool for that. Oh, that's an interesting thought. Whose eyes are in Pugilius' skull?
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시게.
Oh. Oh. Whoa, there he goes. But why did he come down here? Did he get bowed? Oh, there is. You can tune it on. Ooh.
왜 온 거야? 아니.
Oh, exactly, Radian. Why are you here? I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be here, but still. I simply could not bear to walk past this familiar sensation emanating from underneath the manor. The thick stench of the husks. And the terrible wailings. His eyes. Virgilius gazes at the destroyed laboratory, and the mouth of the wild hunt is collected. Assured silence. In a collected, assured silence. This is interesting. I'm curious because it's the wild hunt, like the aesthetics of them and the aesthetics of the big, almost cyclops thing with Pinchu. They almost remind me of like some underworld aesthetics, you know. And Virgilius is from the story. Dante's Inferno. He's also based on the real person of Virgil, who was a Roman poet. But in Dante's Inferno, he obviously has a connection to the underworld, and he's talking about he couldn't bear to walk past this familiar sensation, and he mentions a thick stench of husks and terrible wailing. It sounds like he's talking about things connected to almost like the underworld theming of it. I'm curious if that's true. Maybe he does have a connection to it here. Though I couldn't know everything about the path he walked. I really like how you get the character's tones down. Thank you. I could see the smallest glimpse of it. But you've never involved myself. No, I haven't. And I shouldn't have. Is it going to mess anything up? Oh, specifically Virgilius has a grudge against the Reen for personal reason. And we know the Reen was involved with this. But it is pointless to waste your time on those whose path has ended. And those whose path has ended? You mean the Pakatula? Yes. I will handle this wild hunt and the Pakatula bone from the basement. But there's literally no end to them. Can you? Yes. Yeah. Okay. To be clear, Sinclair, and I wasn't meaning to say that like that, but to be clear, Sinclair, I don't feel like I've personally had that much doubts to him being powerful. I believe he is powerful enough to beat them. I have had doubts on him actually using his power. Handle it, but we were in no shape to deny his help out of worry. Sinclair barely stops himself. He couldn't bring himself to finish his sentence. Yet Virgilius understood the meaning of that silence. Yeah, you're right, it is sweet of him. Yes, that is why I am handling this. Oh, look! Oh! So he does like blood stuff. Oh, whoa! Oh, he has the laurel! What? Wait. No! He has like a Roman laurel. Yes! Oh! A reference to the fact that he is based on a Roman poet. I love that. If anyone's unaware here, I've actually back in school I had a Latin class, and I translated Virgil's poetry into that class. So I just think it's so cool to see that. That's my favorite thing I've seen yet. Are these still named the same? I think they are. Is this one of these? Wait a second.
소준 중입니다. 시속하게 용건을.
You know, a piece of UI that would be really helpful in this
무리하지
game.
말고 뒤에서 보조만 해.
저에게도 무언가에 맞설 용기를.
걸리적거리니까 비켜. 이래서 천재가.
Oh, so they all have about like 150 to 220-ish shielded from his ability, and we can see how much shielded that kind of compared to his health. He has a lot of health. This is not the last time we will get to see this look. That's cool. I'm excited. There's so much going on in the battlefield right now. It's a little hard to keep track of everything here.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시게.
So I want to see if there's another angle I can see on his sprite than what we have when he's standing. Okay, so from what I can tell, he's manifested a cloak of blood, and he wields a gladius, which I should have realized. I called it a short sword before, but a gladius is what a Roman would win. He's manifested this laurel. And it seems like he kind of had shoulder upper arm armor, but I think that's about it as far as the armor. He hasn't manifested like a full suit of armor. Look at how many of these there are! Look, I would like to use this to heal. I know it maybe doesn't matter, but I still want. I can't leave my sinews in this low. I can't just. They're fine.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시게.
This is much better than any we've seen so far. Ooh! Oh, that's the... That was cool. It seems like his theme is centered around... It's got a kind of Roman theme into it, and it has like a blood theme to it as well. You know, I won't lie, I'm glad I'm not fighting. I would rather fight against these enemies I'm fighting now without Virgil on my side than just fight against just Virgil.
썼다고 벌써.
Oh, look at that, we've got disposal. Wait, actually, which enemy... Are you the one marked? How am I supposed to... Why did OBS just disconnect and reconnect again? How am I supposed to... Okay. One of them, it should have... Who has game target inflicted on them, right? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to figure out which one. I think this one does. I might be targeting the one with the game target. Meanwhile, the game's like, oh, it doesn't matter, you have a virtual here. You can click... No, but I can't select all of them. I can't select them is the problem. Like, is there like an angle I can tune it to make them easier to select? I think it's just one. This. Oh, that one. No, I can't select it. That one. No, I can't select it.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리게.
Whoa! He's raining like blood spears down on them. And then turning Hindley into a blood mist. Oh, and then Mo. Oh, look at that! Wow. Wow. Faust is looking at Virgilius with an inscrutable expression. Virgilius?
알고 있다. 아마 계약 조건 중 일부는 포기하게 되겠지.
Does she know about his contract? Yes, I am aware. I won't be receiving everything I wanted from the contract. I will have to forgo my avarice, make compromises, or even give up a few clauses I suppose I'll also be summoned to some bothersome meetings.
그럼에도 불구하고
There's the contract, Matthew, when you look that cool at doing your job. Yet I was compelled to come here nonetheless. So much for my determination to follow the great flow. What's the great flow? But I simply could not permit this stench, this sight to exist any longer, even if it meant that I must swim against the flow.
알겠습니다.
Very well. I think she does know something. Does she know about everyone's contracts? Is there a chance? Oh.
이봐, 난
Away, I
같은 식구를 뒤에 내버려두고
don't
먼저
do
가버린
shite like
짓을
leaving a
하지 않아.
family behind.
평소엔
At least not usually. You are awfully talkative today. Whatever happened to following orders without questions? Faust is the one that hired everybody, so she knows the tune. It's explained. Oh. Virgilius can sort of just see the flow of fate. Oh, that's interesting. There's a light novel I've read with a character that can do that. Kind of, sort of. Not exactly, kind of. As you can see, I am not so weak that you must concern yourself with my well-being when there are much more pressing concerns. Besides, I know a more effective way of taking care of them. Can you, if we're pouting ways and go, can you leave your blood shield on us while we go? And Virgilius looked down at the sword in his hand. I won't lie, the blood shield you're giving us is my favorite thing. It's one of my favorite things. Just a 200-point shield. Kind of fantastic. I once left this weapon in the care of a kid I knew. When I returned, he who should have returned this weapon to my hands was no more. This blade was all that remained, abandoned on the ground.
글라디우스군.
The Gladius. My wish is that no one will ever have to understand the meaning of that sight. Oh, look at that. The endless onslaught of the Pacatula and the wild hunt began swarming toward Virgilius. Family. A word I haven't heard in such a long time. What a blood-drenched word it is. I love his outfit. Blood poured from Virgilius's head like sweat and tears, seeping from where the crown dug under his skin. And the mantle began to ripple into existence once again. A mantle of blood. So cool. Oh wait, yeah. I read that. I didn't read it aloud.
순조롭게 끝났군요. 꽤 고생할 것이라고 생각했습니다만 여러분들이 파우스트가 생각했던
Really,
것보다 유능했던
we
적도 있겠군요.
should have an audio character in this breakdown because
이번에 회수하도록
this
할까요?
this breakdown I'm not sure is entirely fair right now. It's saying most valued employee, and I think he still counts as an employee. Just saying, don't want to be unfair to wait, okay. Where was it? It was for when you're down, there is a button added to the left of the megaphone in the window menu. Wait, this one? Okay, I think we'll take a quick break here and continue this after the break. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh. I have not, unfortunately, gotten to do any of my mirror dungeons for the week yet. Need to do that still. Okay, yeah, we'll be right back. No need to go anywhere. We'll be continuing for a good time. Yeah. Do one XP lax for the 7 enemies. We're going to get to 7 enemies. I have 5 days left, and I'm going to do 3 mirror dungeons. And there's probably 7 enemies left in this, right? Yeah, we'll get it.
공세가 시작되기 전에 파우스트가 나서겠습니다.
There will be, well, more than 7 enemies. Yeah! There's 2 waves of this and there's 4 enemies. We'll get there. You know, in hindsight, I'm glad I didn't switch my teams up for that fight, because I feel like it would have felt really awkward if a Virgilius came down there to help us out, and because there's primarily one team I would have switched to if he'd come to help us out and we were wearing ring identities.
자신 있으면 받아봐. 나비가 날개짓 하듯. 심장을 노려.
If he doesn't like the ring. I can't help but notice though that he didn't leave his blood shields on us, like I asked.
당신의 판단을 따를게요. 망설이지 말고.
나쁘진 않았습니다.
심장을 노려.
It would be so funny to force him to work with the ring, but it would be awful for his mental health. To be fair, working with the ring has to be awful for anyone's mental health.
타올라라.
자신 있으면 받아봐.
Yeah, it might. Honestly, it's probably a proximity thing for the blood shield. It does make sense.
한눈 팔아. 다음.
Okay. What? We got 1 Scotch field? Really? 1? People, we want more than 1 Scotch field.
칼날 사출.
심장을 노려.
망설이지 말고.
Oh, you're right. The rain. We'll just have to make the fire even more intense so that the rain doesn't put it out. I love the battlefield effect that the Scotch field has of like the crackling battlefield. I hope we sometime, not immediately, we just got these, but sometime get more characters that interact with Scotchfield, because it's cool to me that it's a team-wide resource. Nope, don't want to use that.
자신
나를
있으면
비추는 주홍빛이
받아봐.
꺼지지 않도록 거세게 망설이지 말고.
이렇게들 허약해서야 곧 여명이 찾아오겠지.
Oh, nice.
마저 태우겠습니다. 나쁘진 않았습니다.
다음.
실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
오늘따라 상태들이 많이 안 좋았나?
I kind of thought Grago did
이
a thing with
정도
the
올릴 줄 알았으면
track of
고민할
Dan.
필요도 없었겠군.
다른 이들의 책도
The
찾아줬고
golden bow.
하는 김에 부수입도 챙기자고. 아, 슈바이 건 확실히 챙겨줘. 쏠쏠할 거거든.
그런데
So,
어떻게 기업이나 조직도
how
없는
there
저택에
two golden bows here?
있을 수가 있을까요?
I mean, it's a rich family Manu, but it's not like they're a corporation or a syndicate.
하나는
음.
린튼 씨가 거의 전 재산을 털어서
One was acquired by Linton, who spent nearly all of his fortune on it, and
나머지 하나는
I wonder how he got his hands on the second one.
린튼과 키서린을 도와준
It is possible that there may have been an involvement of a third party that helped Linton and Catherine. What about... What was his name? Like... Asa? What was that guy's name? The guy with the black background red name template here who worked with Human. Maybe my guess is he was involved, but I thought they wanted the golden bows. I don't know what they want. I don't know their motivation.
아세라는 자의 말에 따르면
With that information we gathered from this... Asia. Hey, maybe I should have done one more sentence. All evidence seems to point to Director Human of Anko being our third party.
하긴 약재 소속이었던 사람들을 포섭한
Tried
것보다가
hiring a former arena researcher of all people? That's not something you see every day.
당신들은 지금까지 황금 가지를
So,
계속 모아오셨던
you have
거죠?
all been traveling with Heathcliff, collecting the golden bows, yes?
그래.
Yes.
그럼
Then you must have had to fight so many people in your journey. I suppose every day's been like a battlefield. We've all seen more than enough of our share of battles.
틀린 비유는 아니군.
Can't say I disagree with that comparison, except we have tasted nothing but victory so far. That is a lie, Otis. That is a lie. We have not tasted nothing but victory.
그렇군요.
I see.
그런데
So, why are you looking for the golden bows?
심심풀이.
Boredom. You know, honestly, as good of an answer as I have, I don't actually have a better answer. Although I don't think it's true, I also don't have an answer that I think is better.
뭐 여차
Well, maybe it'll lead us to loads of money.
그것이 정의로운 행동이기 때문이지.
What about that time we lost? Literally the first time we went out. Yeah. Also, what about against Ricardo? Because just because Indigo Aldo came along, I still don't think that was a win. I don't think that counted as a win. And I feel... Also, what about when we were... I feel like there's been a few times, yeah. Yeah, I feel like... Oh, also, what about the... What about that, complete and total extermination has like 3 attack rate. Oh, I actually still haven't used that. I have that one, but I haven't used it very much at this point because I don't have that many middle character. There's what is it? I just lost it. I can't remember the guy's name. It was because of Dan Quixote picking a fight in the line to get across the border into K-Cope's nest. That we got in a fight with like a fixer that was friends with Virgil, and we didn't exactly win that. Aha! Because that is an act of justice, Siegfried. Yes.
다들 그런 계약이었으니까요. 황금가지로 뭘 하게 될지는
So,
모르겠어요.
Otis did in fact lie. Though honestly, that's something Otis is good at. So you know, Otis. It's all just a part of our contracts. I don't know what they're planning to do with the golden bows, though.
결국 이 중에 황금가지를
So none of you even know why you are collecting the golden bows. Aren't you scared, Heathcliff?
이유도 모른 채로 회사에서 시키는 일만 하고 나면
Doing everything the company asks you to do, without asking a single question?
그 다음에는
Do you ever worry about what comes next?
넬리, 내겐 언제나 단 한 가지 목표가
Nolly, I've always had a singular goal.
우리 모두가 그럴 거야.
We all do. Because Clockhart keeps reminding us of our individual goals.
그러니까
So no, I've never been afraid. I could hear the faint sound of horse hooves echoing from above. That has to be connected to the other Heathcliff, I think.
지금 내 목표는
And now I have but one goal.
저놈을
We
쫓아.
have to go after that git. We can't let him take Catherine to the rooftop with the golden bowers.
하지만
But
너무 멀지 않아?
isn't it too late now? We are slow, yet he is swift. Virgilius bat at this opportunity. He must have had to sacrifice something of his to get here. He made that decision for our sake. I will not waste this chance.
옥상으로 가는 길은 이거 하나뿐이죠.
This is the only way to the rooftop, right?
맞아요.
Yes.
참 망할 놈이
Ah,
계속해서 찌꺼기를
That
내보내.
bastard keeps sending those drags after us. What we need isn't the strength to defeat them. What we need is a little time. Faust, I'm asking this out of pure curiosity, but
말씀하세요.
do ask. There's got to be a good reason why I had Alethines in the shape of a clock, right?
적어도 무작위의 형태 중
It can be said that its shape was not determined randomly and without intent,
모든 형태에는
as every shape is followed by concepts
존재하기 마련입니다.
and symbols adherent to the laws of causality. And the golden bow has powers that I am yet to be aware of.
여쭤보시는 것이 아니라
You are not
마치
asking a question, you are asking for a confirmation.
그렇다면 그저
If that is the case,
밤하늘에서 별을
simply do as you will,
뜻대로 행하시면 됩니다.
as one seeks the stars in the night sky. You know, she doesn't always answer very directly, but I think this is a good answer. Is it Dante's turn to be cool? That would be good, as long as it doesn't end up in them melting their brain like what happened when we near the end of the Intervallo, where Dante started just prattling on about stuff, and we didn't know what they were talking about. And they didn't know what they were talking about either. If I can, I mean, my clock or the golden bow, or whichever it is, can turn back time, then what's there to say that I can't accelerate it or shorten it? Besides, I did not want my Heathcliff to be tied down to it, past like the Heathcliff from the other world it was. Ramus. I didn't have time. This is cool though. I don't suppose you put that in the log. Nope, you didn't. It's alright, I can rewind time too. Because I have the live stream. Ramus Aureus Razonatus Est. Oh, what does that part say? One second. Golden bow resonance, and then it says, wait, it says Durante Igritia. Interesting. Dante did a golden bow resonance and unlocked a new superpower. This one cuts the enemy's speed in half for the turn it's used. Its sin is sloth. The most useless one. Oh.
느껴지세요?
Whoa, do you feel that?
저희의
We're
속도가
faster.
더 빨라졌어요.
Fast enough to outrun our enemies.
정확히는 시간을 빨라지게
This is not temporal acceleration, to be precise. It would be more accurate to say we are in a temporal deceleration field that slows everything except us within a certain radius. Cool!
뭐가 됐든 이대로라면 곧 그놈을
You
따라잡을
can
수 있겠는데?
reuse the power. Durante is both one of the actual Dante's names and the correlated word associated with our Dante. You get 2 charges a day and you can only use one specific power, so you can't use the same one twice per day. This is the coolest stuff happening in this stream. Whatever it is, we'll catch up to him in no time.
시계대가리.
Oh wait, Clockard,
한 거냐?
is this your doing? I think so. It's the most mobile gamer feature of Limbus Air. The sinners could have complained that this would have been very helpful a while ago, but I had nothing to say to them. Even I didn't know that I had access to such power. I just began to feel the possibility out of nowhere.
까지 내가 지나쳐온 대부분의
Everyone I've gone through in my life
나를
either ignored me, scorned me, or I simply lost the plot before we even had the chance to build everything. It was always a mess.
하지만 시계대가리 니놈은
But you, Clockard,
너는
what is wrong with you? Why do you still hold any hope for me? You needn't go this far for my sake. The company won't give 2 shites about any of this. The other sinners won't either, so why are you trying so hard? I don't deserve any of it. I ain't worth. Because... Oh... King Heathcliff.
히스클리프, 붙잡아야 돼요.
Heathcliff, focus. He's getting away. Bollocks.
일단 쫓아가야겠어.
Let's crack on for now. Ooh, Earlkeen. I think we just use the same team. Unless we want to use a support. Part of me wants to see if there's a good level 60 Tham apprentice to use. Yeah, let's use a level 60 Tham apprentice for this. Yeah, his VA has been great.
발목 잡지 않도록 최선을 다할게요.
멈춰.
Stop.
이번엔 마음대로
I won't let you get away this time. Give my Catherine back, you get.
네가 있는 힘껏 달려와서 나를 붙잡는다고 해도
Even if you were to pursue me, even if you were to grab me, it will change nothing. Catherine has already left you.
그것만큼은 분명한 사실이지.
That is the most undeniable truth, isn't it? Shovel up the soil and exhume her body for all you want, but this is an immutable truth. Yeah, the rat gaze finally did something. I really like the look of his ego equipment and stuff. Heathcliff's VA does live streams, that's cool. I found out that, or at least if I understand correctly, does the someone high up in the Limbus in Project Moon also the live streams. There she lies, wearing an ineffable ethereal smile. She always is. The CEO. That's right. I know, but I am trying my dumbest to change it. So shut up and change it. Allow me to relieve you of the struggle. You will suffer, longing for you as much as eternity permits, searching for Catherine who is long gone from this world, until your heart finds peace. Every strand of despair leads to the same answer. At the end of every path, you will mutter to yourself. His little avatar is so stupid, it looks like a sheep. I love it. I've seen it, I like it. I was surprised because I'd seen it in like posts on the Limbus company subreddit a number of times before I found out whose avatar that was, and I'm like, oh, that's who I've been seeing in these posts. That once your repentance is complete, you shall lie beside her in that coffin with your cold still heart. I merely mean to lift the years of that suffering from your shoulders, join the other Heathcliffs in their trail of penitence, and I shall grant you the early peace of your heart that you so deserve. You know, this Earlkeen Heathcliff has given me the impression that Wuthering Heights really is a bad place to have lived at. Sod off, I don't need your shite idea of peace. That's Not how I want to find my peace.
모든 걸 안 다음에도
I wonder if you would say the same thing, even with the revelation that all of this is exactly what Catherine wanted. I've just tuned the sound up. I love the Millie music. Select the sapling of light ability button on the top right. Select the ability to use. Press confirmation. Actually, okay, targeting for all skills will be reset if X activated at turn start will not be updated. Have the speed of all enemies. Yeah, have the speed of all enemies, it seems. You're gonna get copyright claimed. I'm already getting copyright claimed because I have one second. Yeah, Fly My Venus played earlier. I really only used this one to make sure. Wait. I really only used this one to make sure I can certain strand attacks and boss fights. Yeah, I don't know if it matters here. So far, I will say. So far. Millie hasn't actually taken any actions on my streams that have gotten claims. But yeah, I have a couple streams. If I look back, then a bit in How We Live Lament Between Two Worlds played to ear. Like, I think in some ways it's fine if I let this music play because I had their music playing and the menu. I could mute the menu music for other streams and then mute this, but yeah. Well, I see Red Flaming Arrow immediately muting music when Millie sounds come on, but it's probably because he got a sudden viewer spike back in my day. He only had 9 YouTube viewers, but now he's That guy actually win rated Dan Bacon. Look how win rating is boring though. I like the sound of this one. This Millie sound. Also, I know someone said in a previous stream that Millie's pretty good if YouTube does give people a problem, if they just can contact Millie, they usually don't have a problem with streams of the game, but that's what someone said in a previous stream. Yeah, I love this team, this Scout team. I've been playing it a lot since I got it.
선배를, 스승님을 행복하게 할 수 있다면, 이 끝에서 다 함께 기쁨을 나눌 수만 있다면.
I'm going to need to. I use middle. I need more middle characters. I haven't read these. Explosive Gloom. I like being dumb when I'm playing. This isn't my favorite team though. I really like it about thematically because I like burn and fire attacks on the games and stuff. But currently my favorite team to play is still my arena team. Should I use this? Wait. It won't. What's the duration on this? Is this a one tune thing? Oh, Rust of the Fight thing. One turn? Have the speed for one turn? Wow. I didn't really think about the fact when someone said that it's the weakest of these. I didn't really think about what the fact was actually doing, but yeah.
자신 있으면 받아봐.
Having speed technically does do something. I feel like it's pretty easy to have a stronger effect than having speed. But I think it's cooler to give something that's like a specific thing that Dante is doing in the combat. How do I want to do this? I think I do want to use Into the Sunset.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시길.
I will probably change the the menu jukebox to not be playing the melee songs though, because of copyright stuff. Just in case, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm going to use this because I need the last, and we do not have very good last generation on the team.
끝. 이제 같은 수는 안 통할 거다.
In some ways, I kind of feel bad because in this team, Heathcliff is not exactly the star of the team, and I kind of wish, given that it's kind of his fight here, that he was more of the star of the team, but he's not exactly the star player of the team. I could have the speed of the enemies here. Limbus power creep is so funny because imagine once we knew the end of the story, he's going to start using an end game ID. Yeah, this one does look fantastic. Look at him. I mean, I feel like I've experienced that a little with my playthrough, just because. Oh wait. Do I need to check Discord, Adam? What? We still haven't heard from Echo, Adam. Yeah, but I've gotten like these House of Spiders characters and stuff. Oh, from Wizards, no, I haven't heard anything. How many butterfly coffins? We are at a sufficient number of butterfly coffins. And specifically, if you look at how I ended up beating Riccardo and Danbake. Riccardo with a Riccardo ID and Danbake with Nir's father Isan. Two official crossover books coming. One World of Warcraft, one Star Wars, and might be an... Well, I don't care about the Star Wars one, but the World of Warcraft I do. That's exciting. We have Wild Hunt. Oh, we have Wild Hunt to deal with. I don't know why they rated so late, Adam. Okay, wait a second. We are up to enough sanity to use magic bullet. Should we use that? Or would I rather save the sanity? I think I should just use it. We are at 50 post coach field too. That's fantastic. Do I have enough resources to use both? I do not have enough resources to use both Into the Sunset and Magic Bullet here. It's interesting, the World of Warcraft D&D crossover, because I heard some theorizing earlier this week, I think, in fact, that Magic the Gathering, which is also owned by them, was getting a crossover with it. Oh no, I get distracted and forget to come to a solid decision on whether or not to use Magic Bullet. Yeah, magic. Oh,
불빛이 꺼지지 않도록
oh no!
휘몰아쳐.
No, wait, Magic the Gathering did get us out to crossover, but oh, I missed it. Oh, that was Monday this week. I was actually thinking of buying that. I need to see if it's still on sale. Okay, now we have plenty of sanity. We can use magic bullet. Oh, it's still in stock. It's still in stock. Oh, I might have to get it. Oh, I'm going to have to decide after the stream if I get the stouter secret layer. Like even Spelljammer Satinus, I really don't care about the Star Wars one. I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream or anything, but I don't actually really like Star Wars. I know that's an unpopular opinion. Part of the reason I actually don't mention it. I'm fine with other people liking it though. It's just not my cup of tea. And I like sci-fi in general, just Star Wars not really my thing.
여기까지 쏜 이상 돌아갈 수 없는 거다.
I like Star Trek, Stargate, Doctor Who. There's lots of sci-fi things I like. Just this wild hunt is a scary pose. Just bringing back Hindleys and stuff. Oh yeah, WoW is an easy crossover. How many butterfly coffins are we at? We have a sufficient number of butterfly coffins. You can take on Hindley. What do we need? We need one more Wrath and then we can do that. Do you have... No, just let me select Grago this time. Duty Light of Daybreak.
걸리적거리니까 비켜. 이래서 전쟁도 안 겪어본 것들은
We're actually going to get to see Disposal this time, I think. These versions are built like wet tissue paper, yes.
그럼에도 멈추고 싶지 않아.
I'm glad he hasn't summoned the distorted Heathcliff we fought earlier as well. Though, to be fair, Adam, I'm not against them adding Spelljammer stuff. I like Spelljammer. Okay, so we're at 6 magic bullets. I'm fine to use this as long as we're not at 7, alright? Yes. Do we... Well, oh, let's use it. In the last... No, wait. Which is better, to use Unbrilliant Glowy Incandescence or Magic Bullet? Okay, let's go magic bullet, and then what are we going to need if we want to use a brilliant glowy next turn? We're going to need another wrath. We should get that fairly easily with this lineup. Yeah, 7th is scary. That's a fair criticism of Spiral Jammer, Adam. Oh, we should have... Wait, we didn't get to disposal yet? No.
날 신경 쓰는 것보다
Okay, this particular stream is the problems selecting sinners stream. There we go. Still a 4 eyes of precognition. Come on.
완벽한 한 발을 위해
당신과 한없이 닮은
낭망한 마음은 검게 타올라 사라지지도 않는 그저 시리도록 범람할 뿐.
전부 펼쳐낸 나비처럼.
역시 우리 사무소의 자랑이야.
말했잖아.
Oh, look at this move Irlakina's doing.
내 차례네. 얼마나 썼다고 벌써.
Let's... And a brilliant glowing incandescence. We are not using magic bullet.
소준 중입니다. 시속하게 용건을.
And brilliant glow disposal. Ah, we finally going to get to use disposal. Except you're not. There's no way he survives to disposal.
여전히 무섭고 겁이 나. 그럼에도 멈추고 싶지 않아.
이 검은, 이 명예는
I'm going to have to listen to this melee stream more after the stream. Ooh. Give Catherine back! She is forever lost. Two consciousnesses broken, scattered to 1,000 places. Shut up! You'll have to do macros to make me give up. What's your favorite identity? Mine is Love and Hate Don Quixote. I just got to. I haven't really tried her out yet. My favorite identity is Nurse Father Honolulu. I just really love the way Nurse Father Honolulu plays. Oh, it has spoilers in the full version. Oh, sadness. Oh. I will say, actually, maybe I can ask now, and if anyone who knows the game better has an answer, you can tell me, because I was trying to think of what sort of team to play Love and Hate Don Quixote in, or if there's any characters I should dispense, or whatever, try and get. Are there any characters that synergize with a charge team. I know there's ego gifts that do, but do we have characters that synergize with other charge character? Because like I have Rena Faust and Rena Han Lu both have charge, so technically I could use those two with heroes, and that's 3 charge characters. I use her with middle team, but she can go with any charge. Charge is a class too. I will definitely take your vote, Adam. I will definitely. Levitate Dan Quixote does best in a charge team. I'll see D.D. Grago is one of the best charge characters because he can spears it. Ooh! Okay, so that is actual proper synergy. Does he work with unique charge? I use AEDD Greg with the middle IDs, and ooh, I want to put together a full middle team sometime. Anything charge works with unique charge. Okay. I figured, but I thought it best to ask. Let me check what Gregors I have after this. Shut up! You'll have to do much roast to make me give up. Heathcliff, the Earl King, falls to his knees. We were less than 10 paces from the rooftop. We had to stop him from going up the stairs no matter what. Oh, Muso! Oh, Muso! Oh, Muso! Awesome!
대상의 빠른 무력화가 요구됩니다.
Nice! She also would go well with W.L. Cope and the Owl Cope reindeers, right? Oh, interesting. Yeah! Muso's showing some initiative! Back to Luke. He is bound. I cannot hold him with these chains for much longer. Neutralize the target as soon as possible. Is he staying here to keep him bound while we continue? Well...
제가 저놈을 기절시켜 놓을게요.
Oh, are we just...
상대를 제압해두는 건 버틀러들의 숨겨진 특기 중 하나죠.
I'll knock the wretch unconscious. It is one of many lesser known skills of battlers to keep their foes neutralized. Dante, our foremost priority should be finding out who it was that showed the Earl King Heathcliff about Heathcliffs and Catherines in every world. The one who opened his eyes to the mirror worlds. Oh, that's a good point. I see now. Faust, you only have the potential to know all things, not the knowledge of all things.
저는 그렇습니다.
If that statement pertains to me, then yes, but that is... I suppose I'll find out when it's your turn. One thing at a time, Faust. Let's think about this from the very start. Okay, this particular stream, I feel like we have had more different characters having chances to take cool moments in the spotlight than like any other stream of Limbus Company so far. Just different characters getting moments in the spotlight of the stream. We just had Mirso, we just get like a cool bit with Faust for just a moment too. We had Virgil, we've obviously had stuff with Heathcliff. I suppose I'll find out when it's... Oh wait, I read it.
수론을
They do that a lot in Canto 9.
헤이클리프 씨가 가출하기 전까지만 해도 평범한 삶을 살고 있었던
Understood. The very first question we must ask is how Catherine suddenly gained a keen interest in studying the mirror worlds, considering that she had led a relatively normal life before Heathcliff's departure. This behavior seems highly irregular.
결국 도와준 배우가 있었다는 것이 확실한 거네요.
Canto 6 is a very important canto, considering where we see the most growth in their group dynamic. So it's pretty much a given that there was someone acting behind the scenes, egging her on.
캐서린에게 거울을 건네서 실험실을 만들도록 이끌고 더 나아가 마왕 히스클리프를
Indeed, someone who handed the mirror to Catherine, leading her to create the laboratory. Someone who had to have invited Earlkin Heathcliff to this manor. I think it's someone aligned with the enemy faction. It must be someone close to Catherine, someone who she heavily relied on. Canto 10 is going to be cool. I actually saw, I don't know if it, I think it was real. I saw on the subreddit that there was like an ad for the next season in Japan or something, and yeah. We're so egotised in Japan. Cool.
관리자님,
Executive Manager, if you would allow me to voice a few suspicions. Do you recall what Nolly said when we first discovered the golden bow in the basement?
저기 당신들이 찾던 황금가지가 저건가요?
There! Is that the golden bow you were looking for? Right, she did say that.
관리자님,
Executive Manager, she couldn't have known that we were actively seeking the golden bows. We never shared that information with her. The only thing she should have known at that stage is what Catherine's will stated, that she was leaving the golden bow to Heathcliff. Oh, are you reading The Stranger right now? I read it months ago at this point. I actually liked The Stranger. The Stranger. Yeah. I won't say anything since you're in the middle of reading it actually. And when we encountered the dead rabbits in the corridor, she claimed that the word on the street is that we must be wary of dead rabbits with red eyes. But as you are well aware yourself, in the streets, their eyes would not have had any color. Oh! Right, she wasn't even at an angle where she could see their eyes. It can only mean that she was already aware of the fact that before we encountered them. Nolly. Don't let Nolly anywhere near Heathcliff. But we were too late. No! Wait, I like Nolly. Oh no, wait! Now, ascend to the rooftops, Heathcliff? No, wait, does that... Wait. Nolly, why are you talking to him? Is she even from this world? Do you still not understand? It was Nolly who invited me to this man. Wait. She summoned me here, gave me information I needed to utterly destroy that fool Hindley.
심지어 이
Oh, and it was Nali who introduced me to that girl, Isabella. You know, that's kind of fitting that, yeah, that he was introduced to Isabella. I mean, that kind of makes sense, yeah. Do not ask me why, for the answer is quite plain. Because we were both tired of enduring. Earl King Heathcliff, now freed by Nali's hand. No! Disappeared to the rooftop of the manor. Wow.
확실한 승리였어요.
Wow.
돌아가면 저번처럼 홈파티라도 할까요?
Meanwhile, Virgil is still slaughtering enemies down in the basement down there. Can we get like a side camera just watching him slaughter enemy in the basement while we do this? Oh, wait. Nope. This Gregor. I'll see ego AEDD. So if I put together a team with this Gregor, Love and Hate, and my Reen Faust, Reen Hanlu, and see if I have some other characters to go on there. Is this one based on like Ruinag character or? Oh, you mean this Heathcliff Fire Kitty? I need more middle characters. This is my middle team. I have 3 middle characters. IDLCA Ujat Vanguard Otis. This Otis? I haven't. I think I used this character once for one mirror dungeon because I was doing a sinking mirror dungeon for a mirror dungeon achievement, whatever those are called. For like doing a mirror dungeon with a team of sinking characters. Oh wait, what did I? Maybe. Nope. Where's Heathcliff? This is the round team, that's why I can't find Heathcliff. We're going to actually take a quick break and continue after the break. Be right back. Alright, let's go. Nali, you betrayed me.
이 저택은 네 편이었던 적이 없어.
This manor has never been on your side, not even once.
그리고 히스클리프.
And Heathcliff,
대신
I find it rather vexing that you would use the expression betrayal. Heathcliff slowly approached Nali. Which one? I'm guessing it's ours since it didn't say Earlakeen. I can't imagine the level of betrayal he must be feeling.
이유를 말해.
Tell me why.
정말 변했네 히스클리프.
You've really changed, Heathcliff.
옛날 같았으면
The old you wouldn't have bothered to ask even a single question before swinging that big club at my skull.
너라서 물어보는 거야.
I'm asking because it's you.
내가
Do I really have to destroy even our childhood?
히스클리프.
Heathcliff,
너는 뭐가
what are you
제일
most afraid of?
나는
I
캐서린 아가씨가
wasn't
구하던
afraid of the ghosts that Miss
이
Catherine
저택을
claimed
단단히
to have seen.
몰아치는 꿈도.
I wasn't afraid of the tempest that sometimes shook this manor. Oh, how violent Mr. Hindley would get when he was drunk.
어느 날 생기고 말았지 뭐야.
Heartbroken like the yeah. Until one day, I became afraid.
그건
I became afraid of an old woman whose heart and body were aged beyond their years.
어느 세계에서나
I was that old woman.
너와
An old woman who suffered because of you, Heathcliff, and Miss Catherine in every world.
너와 캐서린 아가씨
Round and round, you and Miss Catherine went, both plagued by the hatred, the misunderstanding, the terrible obsessions.
모든 곳에 나는
And I,
그 궤도에
in
박혀
every
쌓였어.
world, was always dragged under that wheel of destruction,
계속 굴렀던
suffering and struggling to my last haggardly breath again and again.
제일 끔찍했던
The worst thing
그 모든 세계에 나는
was that all of us were ignorant of our doomed fates. I hadn't even an inkling that the two of you were consuming every minute of my life, little by little.
그래서
So I showed it to her,
같이
too.
보는 그저
I told you that it was a mirror shroud
마음이 보고
that
싶은 걸
showed the
봤으니
beholder whatever their heart wished to see. Who gave you this mirror shroud, Nally? Where did you get it?
거울 조각은 사람의 마음에게서 무수한
The
균열을
glass
만들어내죠.
shards can make countless cracks in the hearts of humans.
평생 살아왔던
It shakes the
자신의
very
모든 것을
foundation of one's
뒤흔들게
existence.
합니다. 이제까지 노력했던
The
것이
knowledge of mirror worlds
아무것도
can
아닌
suck
것처럼
the meaning
느껴지기도 하며
out of every struggle, everything that one has worked for their entire life. In some ways, it sounds like something similar. A similar thing kind of happened with here as what we saw happen with Isan as he gazed at his wings in the mirror.
더 나아가서
And
의심을
plants the
심어버리는
seeds of doubt in their hearts.
자신이 나아가고 있는 방향에 대한 근본적인 의심이며
Doubts that every path one seeks to take in their life,
다른
it's
세계의 낙까지
enough to make them attempt to meddle with themselves in other worlds, believing that it is the right thing to do.
넬리에게 거울을
If
보여준
someone
그가
has
있었다면
shown an ally that mirror,
그자가 바라는 것이
then that
그것이
must have
있겠죠.
been precisely their intended outcome.
하지만 그 정도의 상호작용이 가능한 거울
Yet the
기술을
mirror
통하여
technology that allows for such high degree of interactivity must be.
후에는 일이
Then
순조롭게
everything began to unravel all on its own.
거울 너머에서
She conversed with someone on the other end of the mirror for a long time, someone who was suffering as much as she was.
그 실험실이
Then the
탄생되기
laboratory
시작했지.
began to take shape. Oh, she must have known. Even in her wildest dreams, she never once doubted me. Even as she closed her eyes forevermore in that coffin. As naive as any other sheltered child, a caged bird. I suppose it wasn't only naivete, but also her own temperament. She was the kind of person who always had to be the center of everything. But please, do not deny every memory we've shared together. The pity I felt for you as they abused you, wishing that you would live your best life, a life better than anyone else's, were all my honest feelings. Are we fighting, Nolly? We are. Mouse Interloper receiving out one of the hunt. Reverse receiving out one of the hunt. Nelly is Sakuya. Who's Sakuya?
칼날 사출.
당신과 한없이 닮은 극도와 속도로
I didn't end up even using it at Durante. And at the last fight, maybe I'll use it on this one. Can I see? Nothing that significant there so far. Wait, what's your sanity? Yeah, no, you don't get to use that. Otis, sorry.
자신 있으면 받아봐.
Come on, guys, let's build up that boon count on her.
느려 터졌네. 내 차례네. 심장을 노려.
Precognition came in handy there. I feel like I don't often get to see her using precognition. Why did you do that? You killed Faust. That wasn't very nice of you. Well, should I? Let's use it. Oh, that's a cool effect. I like that. Luckily, one kind of nice thing is that loneliness at high noon is now active, which is a little more powerful, but it's not. It's not. It's not House of Spiders, though.
자신 있으면 받아봐.
눈부시지 않다고 두려워하지 마라.
이것으로 끝이 아닐 테지.
You know, I feel like she is the scariest enemy I've fought this Canto. Which scares me. Like, she's annihilating my team right now.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시게.
Luckily, I feel I still have my two strongest units on the team alive. But I don't feel like I'm currently winning this either.
심장을 노려.
역할대로.
Oh. A woman stands before us, her body and mind are spent, weighed down and sinking into the oblivion of time. Who will attack Tunali? Seems it kinda needs to be Heathcliff. He can do this. 21 for the threshold, 15 to 27. There we go. Heathcliff approached Nali. There was an odd desire in Nali's eyes. Perhaps it was envy, or perhaps it was anticipation. She gave me a mirror, most beautiful, most alluring, as it was as gorgeous as lovely manicure. She was it human? Nali shuddered, cut by an ineffable emotion. She mutters in a cold, detached voice. There I saw the kind of life that was laid out before me. Heathcliff leaped backward, away from the sudden metallic noise, but it was too late. The chains that exploded from Nali's suitcase wrapped around Heathcliff's arm. I've been wondering about that suitcase. I refuse to be bound by you and the miss. It's done. Though Heathcliff's movements may be restricted, maybe there's a way to use that against Nali. Heathcliff gains 2 damage up.
완수했습니다.
Okay, Blazing Strike. How many eyes of precognition are we at? 2! 2! I'm gonna go since it's late for me, but I hope you enjoy the ending. We aren't going for that much longer, so we might actually be ending it shortly before the ending of the Canto. I feel like we're close to the ending, but we might not get there. And thanks for dropping in. Hope you enjoyed.
날 신경 쓰는 것보다 자네 생각하는 게 좋을걸? 제일 중요한 걸로 줘 그러다.
12 stacks, okay. Okay, we might save the boss fight for next week then. Which I look forward to. I'm assuming we have an interval between the end of this and Canto 6. I mean Canto 7. Blazing Strike, come on! Good Blazing Strike. Yeah, there's a good Blazing Strike. 2 intervalos. Wait, is it the rope train W cope or something that I've heard something about? Come on! Radian, you still have 2 eyes of precognition left. You were supposed to get rid of those.
날 신경 쓰는 것보다
It is indeed.
생각하는 게 좋을걸?
You have to hunt Jack the Ripper. That does seem like an important thing to do.
이 궤적을 보고 떠올리시게.
Blazing Strike, come on!
꺼지지 않도록 거세게 휘몰아쳐라.
Blazing Strike is ridiculously powerful. The other members of the Dawn team. Just an insane amount of damage that thing can put out. Miss Catherine was difficult from time to time, but I do not wish to deny even the time we've spent together. I even miss the late Mr. Irnsha Sr. from time to time. No, I never lived a life full of hate, animosity. I am just struggling desperately to change my destiny. To get here, I worked myself to the bone, trained and worked harder than anyone else to become a chief butler. Move. You still endeavor to reach the rooftops. I must tell you that it is a fruitless effort. The other Heathcliff is already there. And that is how this tale shall end. This is the battle ending, isn't it? You two couldn't even summon the smallest courage to talk to one another. Stop it. You two always believed everything I told you, even without one iota of doubt. Every little twist, every little nudge I made in my tales, taken as truth.
아니요, 아무 편지도 오지 않았어요, 아가씨. 어디서 분명
No, miss, he hasn't sent you any letters, though I am quite certain that he must be living a good life somewhere out there. I'll send the invitation, miss. It's still that same Heathcliff who didn't even bother to write you. But when he sees this, he will have no choice but to return to this manor.
뜯어보지 않으셨어.
Well, I don't recall her ever opening a letter.
그 고집은 아무도
Seriously,
꺾을 수 없을 거야.
once she has her mind on something, no one could convince her otherwise. No one.
누구보다 나와 다른 사람들을
You two have married more people than you could imagine into your business. Yet you do not even talk to one another. Nor do you ask questions. Do you really believe that you even deserve to move on with such slothfulness? No, Mo. This tale ends here. Wow. I'd say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
확실한 승리였어요.
I'm a little sad.
돌아가면 저번처럼 홈파티라도 할까요?
Look at that. Look at the damage. Yeah, she's part of the problem. She doesn't really see it that way, but she certainly is part of the problem. Nally was right. Heathcliff, the Earlkin, had already disappeared into the rooftops. The only chance Virgilius gave her, the awakening, I managed with my clock. The very last of Heathcliff's hopes.
정말로
Yeah, it's
끝나버렸어.
over.
색깔이 끊임없이
Endless vortex of colors mixing into a large
잠깐 동안
splash of grey paint over the house that once gleamed violet.
또다시 핏빛이
Splash of
짙어지다.
blood red paint as splashes of faded colors. Again and again until there was nothing but blackness.
아무에게도 보이지
Unseen by all, unnecessary to anyone. The color of the pitch black night.
꼴목에서
The color of the back streets.
또다시
Another
운전이
power outage. Huh? Where did Heathcliff go?
그러게요.
Yeah, he disappeared all of a sudden.
무슨 소리야?
What are you talking about? I'm right here.
뻔한 결말이지.
A predictable ending, is it not? He returned to the back streets, the place where our dear Heathcliff belongs. What?
불쌍한 히스클리프.
Poor Heathcliff.
이번에도
Once again he turns his tail, tasting nothing but defeat and despair.
그만.
Stop. Stop it. I don't want to hear any more of it.
약하지.
Pitiful, isn't he? He would not have changed one bit, no matter how much time he spent in your company.
마왕이자
Look at
악마가
Heathcliff
되어서
the
돌아온
Earlkin.
히스클리프를 봐.
Heathcliff the devil.
히스클리프의
The very same end that awaits Heathcliff. I disagree. You probably can't hear a thing I'm saying, but I still do. Because I'm hurting. I don't want to be here anymore.
결국 린튼이랑 결혼해야겠지.
So I must marry Linton in the end.
지금 히스클리프와
Because it would degrade me to marry Heathcliff now.
진짜 맞지.
Oh, bloody hell. It's this memory again.
방 안에서는
Kathy and Nolly must be talking about me in that room.
서둘러 나가야겠어.
I have to get out of here. If I had to stay and listen, my house will crack and fall apart until it completely shatters.
근데 망할 시계
And this
들리고
bloody clock noise is back.
내가 얼마나
Could only mean that time passing, no matter how much I suffer. But would waiting,
뭐가 바뀌지?
let time pass, change anything?
더 기다린다고 뭐가
What difference would it? Fine, I'll wait a little, so shut up and...
린튼과 결혼한다면
Marrying Linton would give me the means to help Heathcliff. I could make him a better person.
그러니까 그 애는
So he must never know the immense love I have for him. That's what he missed hearing.
아니야.
No, this time
열려 있는 그 문.
I don't want to shut this open door. You know, it really came down to bad communication.
겁이 나.
I'm still scared, terrified even, but
미안해, 캐시.
Kathy, I'm sorry.
너를 실망시켰어.
I've disappointed you
왜냐하면 나는
because I was too afraid to hear your true feelings. I
이
know
미래는
this future is a future that will never come true, not for us.
내 망설임이.
I wrecked everything with my hesitation.
그리고 그건 우리
I hurt more than just us. I hurt Nally too.
이젠 내가 망가뜨린
I have to start fixing the things I've wrecked. Because I don't want my Heathcliff to live the rest of his life in regret. That is why, despite everything, I want Heathcliff to forge onto the rooftop. You know, that right there seems to be a theme of Limbus Company. They can't turn back the clock, even though we can turn back the clock, but they can move forward. It's like we can't erase the pain that was caused by a number of our previous experiences, but we can move forward past them. It kind of seems to be a theme almost every Canto.
적꽃들은 척박한 황무지나 가파른 절벽에서 피어나.
Those flowers bloom in places like desolate moors or steep cliff sides.
그래서 겉보기엔 항상
So
고독하고
they
쓸쓸해.
may appear more lonely than anything else in the world.
그럼에도 내가 이
Do you want to know why I still love this flower the most?
다른 꽃들은
All other flowers lose their colors and fade as they wither away.
이 꽃은
But this flower, even as it withers and wilts,
색깔은 처음과
remains the same color.
그래서 난 네가
So when you're gone, I will dry these flowers and decorate my room with them.
반지를?
What?
바보 같은 소리 하지 마.
Like make rings of the flowers? Don't say something so foolish.
너를 두고
Why would I ever leave you?
멍청하게도
So stupid.
지금까지 이
I never once realized what she meant by those words.
소린
Everything you've ever said, Catherine, was an expression of love.
나 돌아왔다.
Oh, hey, I'm back. Heathcliff,
어디로 사라졌던 거예요?
where the hell did you go? You blipped out of existence when the lightning struck, and...
괜찮은 건가요? 히스클리프
Are you okay, Heathcliff?
아니
No, it hurts. It still hurts like hell, but
나는 너를
I will move past you and make my way to the rooftop, Nally. Yo, what?
마왕 히스클리프.
Heathcliff the Earlkin will not be my future.
너와 그놈은
You, him, you both had access to every knowledge but made the same choices anyway.
나는 달라.
Not me. Going to make a different choice.
지금까지
Thank
우리의
you
부모 역할을
so
하느라
much for looking after us, Nally. Must have been very hard.
캐서린 씨가 유언장에 써놓은
Among the three individuals mentioned in Miss Catherine's will,
그중
since Hindley and Linton are now both clearly deceased, it can be said that, at least on paper, the ownership of Wuthering Heights has been transferred to Heathcliff.
네가 원하던 대로
I'll give you a new future, Nally. I'll give you freedom.
그러니까
So start writing as you will.
네 혼자만
Write your own tale or whatever else it is that you wish to do. Heathcliff is a property owner now. He is now one of the wealthier, maybe, of the sinners. I feel like he's not as wealthy as Hanlo, but I don't know. Nally collapsed to the floor, making an odd noise that sounded like a mixture of laughter and sobbing. I'm free to go. I've been freed. Then I can finally...
뭐해? 다들 빨리 안 따라오고.
The hell are you lads doing down there, fapping about? Come on up. Nobody can ever be as wealthy as Hanlo. That's how it feels. Oh, the first time. I really have no idea what you're thinking right now.
생각?
Thinking? I don't really think that hard, mate. I just clearly know what I have to do. That's all. The funny thing is, I will say, when reading A Wuthering Heights, to me, I was surprised that Heathcliff seemed to be actually a pretty intelligent character. Malicious and spiteful, but he did seem actually pretty intelligent. I think I actually want to call it here. We just have a little bit left in the story. We should be finishing it up next Limbus stream, not next stream. We should have one next week. I do want to briefly talk about 2 more boss fights. Oh wow. I'm actually really excited for that, and I'm really excited for Canto 6, even though we won't get to that for, I don't know, a couple of streams. I'm guessing the intervals will each take 1 to 2 streams. So we're still a good bit off. Tomorrow we have another stream, which I actually need to finish the thumbnail after this stream, and that's probably what I'm doing immediately after it, because we will be playing Honkai Star Rail. If you're unaware, it's been a while since I've played Honkai Star Rail. I'm a big fan of the game, but we will be kind of coming back to it as a returning player tomorrow, checking some stuff out. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but I'm excited. There's a character up on a banner I want, and it should just be a kind of a fun figure out what's changed in the game since I've last played over like a year ago stream. Hopefully that's fun. The day after that, you might have heard Adam in the chat earlier talking about Dungeons and Dragons. Well, we might have a Dungeons and Dragons stream. It kind of depends on certain things and whether or not that's going to actually happen. I won't go into details, but if we can make it happen, we'll be doing a Dungeons and Dragons stream 2 days from now. I'm really excited. I'm the DM if you missed the previous one. And yeah, those are the last 2 sort of streams of the week. This was a fantastic stream. I really enjoyed this one. I hope everyone has enjoyed today. And until next time, please do try and have a blast for me. Bye.